poll tracker, of course. Remember, this is where things currently stand. Donald Trump at 248 electoral college votes vis-a-vis, of course, Kamala Harris at 214. She is still trailing Donald Trump, of course. If we look at the overall picture in the United States of America, Donald Trump, of course, currently, if we talk about the entire U.S., even in popular votes, he's ahead. He's at 51.2% of the votes, and Kamala Harris is, of course, at 47.4%. So about a 4% trail for Harris if we talk about the overall picture. Quite interesting. Green Party, of course, Jill Stein there, no electoral votes for her. She's at 554,000 votes. But I just want to point out something very, very interesting. Independent candidate for president of the United States of America, Robert Kennedy, remember, he pulled out of the race. He pulled out of the race and put his support for Donald Trump, but he still picked up 539,529 votes, because remember, he was still on the ballot in a lot of the states. So quite interesting there that he's still, pulled 539,000 votes despite declaring his supporters to vote for Trump, because he had, of course, pledged his support behind the former president of the US. But quick update before we go back to our panel of how things stand. So let's look at Alaska as well. Remember, Alaska also right now has not been called because Alaska, of course, was one of the last states to close. Just 26% of the results are in. 3 electoral votes for grabs in Alaska. Donald Trump currently leading in Alaska. It's a state he's expected to win. He's at 56.8% vis-a-vis 38.6% of Kamala Harris. Now, talking, of course, about the other swing states, of course, of Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Those are the states still left to be called, because the results are still, of course, left to be counted. It's very, very close. Arizona still remains very, very close. As you can see over here, still just a 1% gap between Harris and Trump, but Trump continues to lead Arizona as well. You can see over here, of course, Phoenix is somewhere the Democrats are doing all right, and Tucson as well. Apart from that, the state looking good for the Republicans. If we talk about Nevada, well, Nevada is seeing with 79% of the results reported, Nevada is seeing 51.6% votes go in favor of Donald Trump and 46.9% in favor of Kamala Harris. So Donald Trump's lead is looking all right in Nevada right now. But remember, things, of course, are still too early to call there, because just 79% of the results are in. Nevada was also one of the last to, of course, close. Pennsylvania, the big state, which, of course, Fox has already called in favor of Trump. But remember, Pennsylvania, of course, is a key state where Harris would have had to win to have any semblance of coming back to power. And you have now 95% of the results in for Pennsylvania. So just 5% results remain for Pennsylvania. And how are things looking like there? Well, now you can see, of course, Donald Trump is still ahead. He's at 51% votes in Pennsylvania. Kamala Harris slightly has come ahead. I think she was at 47.9 or something just a short while back. She made that 48. Now she's at 48.1%, but that is still 2.9% votes behind Trump. So Trump's lead is still looking all right in Pennsylvania. 2.9% is his lead currently. Remember, Pennsylvania, of course, has 19 electoral votes up for grabs. Let's quickly look at Michigan. Michigan, remember, also right now is just 70% of the results in, which is why no agency has called Michigan just yet. 30% of the results are still left to come in. And in Michigan currently, it's Donald Trump, though, who has a commanding lead over Kamala Harris as things stand right now. Donald Trump is at 52.4% votes and Kamala Harris is at 45.9%. That means it's about 6% lead for Donald Trump as things stand in Michigan. Let's quickly take you through what's happening in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, again, another key battleground state. So, of course, the projection in Wisconsin has also not been made by any agency because it's still been quite close there. 89% of the results are in. That means 11% votes are still to be counted. And in Wisconsin, too, like the other swing states, it's Mr. Trump who's ahead. Donald Trump currently standing at 51.3% votes. as compared to Kamala Harris, who has 47.2% votes. So again, that's about a 4% give and take lead that Donald Trump has over his Democratic rival. So that's the scenario as far as, of course, the swing states are concerned. Remember, of course, now the map of the US turning predominantly red, which is what things, of course, are looking like. The fact is that it's, of course, looking in favor of Donald Trump. Just quickly, of course, look at, of course, those states where the blues are ahead. They're just, of course, pretty much concentrated either on the West Coast, that's Oregon and California, or right in the West Coast, that is New York and Virginia.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.